Welcome to another video, Walk on the Wild Side, and I am here in Blackpool. Check out this view of the tower behind me. I'm here on Central Drive. Oh, by the way, if you're new to the channel and you love all things Blackpool, please make sure to subscribe. I usually say that right at the end of the video when no one's watching, but hopefully you'll watch this video to the end because I'm going to count up just how many convenience stores there are along this section of Central Drive in Blackpool, leading up to the famous tower behind me. I did do a video previously on Turkish barbers. There's 7 Turkish barbers along a half-mile stretch from this bit here leading up to the tower. That's quite a lot, but it's probably not the UK record. They're all over the place nowadays, aren't they, the Turkish barbers? But this video is about convenience stores. Now, they're all over the place as well. They're absolutely everywhere, aren't they? And what I thought I'd do is I'd have a little count up and see how many there are along the same section that I counted the Turkish barbers. Now, I remember the olden days before supermarkets and, well, just about when corner shops were getting going as well, you know, and you used to have to go to like different shops to get your stuff, and then obviously the supermarkets came along and you had everything under one roof, didn't you? So we used to go to Lennon's on Lytham Road, which is actually in South Shore. A shop called Lennon's, yeah. It's now a Tesco Express. You might know it. It's near Waterloo Road on Lytham Road. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do in this video. So stick with me to the end and let's see how many convenience stores there are from here, half-mile stretch of Central Drive, up to the town centre. So I'm starting here at the library, Revo Library, very grand building. I'll show you it from a bit further away. We're just looking at the entrance here. Look at that grand entrance there, look. And it has got a blue plaque there. Look, 1904 it was built. So that plaque was there to mark 100 years. There's also a tribute to Frank Swift, England goalkeeper, born in Blackpool, and he was one of the one of the players on the Munich air disaster. Yeah, look at that there, one of 23 victims. Yeah, Frank Swift. Yeah. So okay, so let's turn you around and we'll have a little look this way. So this is Central. It's actually quite a long road, isn't it? But this is just a half-mile stretch here where all the shops are. So we're going to make a walk now and we'll see how many convenience stores we can count up. So I'm actually just at a bit of a junction here where it meets up with Grasmere Road. So this road I'm on here is actually called Grasmere Road. And I'll just show you down this way. Now down that way is where Central Drive continues, although it does come a bit more residential. There's not really many shops down that section. But let's have a little look at the library. Look at that there. Isn't it grand? I think even the clock works as well. It says there about 5 to 9. I think that's correct. I can't believe it. The clock works. Got a little bit of a green patch here. Now, I have done quite a few videos down Central Drive before, and it is the butt of all jokes in Blackpool. Lots of people make fun of it because it's a little bit run down. And we do have 3 quite large convenience stores. We've got a Morrison's just up here. That'll probably be the first one we see. We've also got a Tesco Express, and there's also a Cost Cutter, and they're all spread out. Now, in the olden days, I'm pretty sure that those stores alone, those 3 stores, would have been enough to serve a section of road like this. Pigeons having a breakfast over there. It's like someone's put something out for them. Yeah, so this is the Revo area of Blackpool, Central Blackpool. And there we have our first one, Morrison's Daily. We're off the mark. Just over there we've got quite a big Haven Foods. It's a big shop, isn't it? I think it's just for stock. Oh, we're already up to number 2. Rustic, traditional, Romanesque magazine shop. This road is called Montrose Avenue. So we're up to number 2. Yeah. Oh, juicy lobster. Juicy lobster, look at that there. Isn't that fancy? We've got a fancy restaurant here on Central Drive in Blackpool. And just down there we've got number 3. Premier number 3.
Walk on the outside.
How are you doing? You alright? Look at that there. Number 3 already. And you know what? I've only really walked, well, I started just over there and went to number 3. In fact, we're up to number 4 because we've got another one just over the road. This one's called Pasha Supermarket. It used to be called Central Bargains. Look at that. It's actually quite fancy. It's well lit. Just going to cross the road. We've got grass for ages on Central Drive, look. Just over there is Ibison Court. Like retirement flats and disabled flats. They've got a community centre there. Revo, it's called Revolution. Bit of a playground as well. Anyone fancy any watermelon? Yeah, so it is a bit run down, this Central Drive. It's lively though, I will say that. It is quite lively along here. If I just show you over the road, that's where the George pub used to be. The George pub. It was knocked down a couple of years ago. I covered it on my channel, so you might want to check that out. The George. Yeah, so all the way back there, that's Ibison Court. I used to hang around there in the olden days, yeah. It's changed a lot round here though, I have to say. It really has. We've got some estate agent, Blackpool Abode. It looks like they're just holiday places. Might be to do, I think it's to do with students, is it? Possibly. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but let's have a look over the road. We've got a lot of takeaways. Kess Grill. I remember when all these shops were different. There was a music shop round here actually. Yeah, a music shop. Camera shops as well. We've got one over there, Trell Falls Home Bakery. I used to go in there. That was a good bakery that. It looks, are they doing a new shop up over there? I don't know. But we've got another shop here. This one's called the Blackpool Superstore. What are we up to now? I've lost count. Is it 5? I don't have to put it on the screen. I think we're up to 5. I hope I'm not wrong. 6, Central Mini Market. 7, Nova International Supermarket. And we've got one of the, that says a Kurdish barber, that one there. So we've seen a couple of those already. I went past one back there. We've got another one here, look, just over the road. And now we've got a couple of pawnbrokers. You know, here's something that you don't really take much notice of, and that there are basements along here, you know. Look at these glass bricks here, and the vents, yeah. I've never really taken much notice of them, but they've got them all over town. And yeah, look at this here, they've got them all over here, in front of these shops. This one's an empty one. There's a few of them. It says down there, London. Can you read that? What does it say? Luxfer? I don't know. But yeah, pretty well built. They take a lot of wear. You know what, I'm losing count here. I'm going to have to put it on the screen because we've got another one over there. It says quality meats, but that is a convenience store. Yeah, it's a convenience store. It's not a specialist. Next door to that we've got a William Hill. And just over there we've got Ryan Mini Market. We'll carry on past another pawnbrokers. We've got two pawnbrokers either side of the road there. Ryan Mini Market, I'll put it on the screen. And then just opposite that we've got Adam Market. Adam Market. A couple of convenience stores either side of the road. That road there is called Ribble Road. I've just had to do a recount. I've had to go back and do a recount because I'd lost count there. But we're up to 10. We're up to 10. Yeah. That's a bit fast. We're up to 10 with this one, Adam Market. And just behind that wagon there is a Tesco Express. Yeah, so that's quite popular, the Tesco Express. In fact, it's interesting because they always have security on there because it's a little bit dodgy, you know, a little bit dodgy around here. And you always get beer monsters hanging around outside, yeah, outside the Tesco Express there. We are coming into a bit of an area now where you do get quite a few like alcoholics and beggars and that sort of thing. It is a little bit like that, but we're up to 10, and I'm now currently at, I'm just in a car park here actually. I'm currently in Bethesda Square. Now I remember the olden days when they used to have social clubs. We've got one down there called the Brunswick Club. It only recently closed. The Brunswick Club, just down this road here as well, we've got the Central Club, loads of social clubs around here. I never used to go to social clubs though, working men's clubs, you know, but there's so many of them, weren't there? I was always a bit shy, you know, in the olden days. I didn't even like going to pubs, you know, but there you go, times are changing and this is the way it is. I'll just cross the road and we'll check out the Tesco's and see how many more we can see before we get up to the town centre and Blackpool Tower. So we've already beaten the Turkish barbers. Yeah, we've beaten them. We've beaten them by 3 already, and now we've beaten them by 4 because this is number 11, Tesco Express. And like I say, this is where you get the beer monsters. Usually sunbathe down here if it's warm enough on the floor, yeah. Having a delivery at the moment. Another takeaway, sorry. Lilo charcoal. Tell you what, they're not short on the takeaways down here. And we've got another shop here. This one's called International Food Store. That's another one, 12. So we're now up to 12. Vape Kings, there's another thing we didn't used to have in the olden days. How on earth did we ever manage without the vape shops? I'll just quickly show you across the road. Got a tattoo parlour there, just the other side of Bethesda Square. I remember when that shop there was an insurance place. I used to get my insurance there, car insurance. It's not looking too clever these days, though, is it? Liz's something. About half the sign missing there. Fish and chips, that one there. Can't ever remember that being a fish and chip place. Willows Estate. I'll just cross the road again. We're actually in the, well, this is actually the red light area, this actually. We're on the corner of Palatine Road. So that road there is called Palatine Road. And it is a red light area. Just on the corner we've got this Sully Grill and Barbecue. So we're up to 12. And I can already see Number 13, as we go past another Turkish barber, the Beach Barbers, and this one here is number 13. It used to be, I think it's still a post office, Bargains convenience store on the corner of Chapel Street. Yeah, so this is number 13, this one here. And if you ever saw that show on TV, it was on a few years ago. 999, what's your emergency? It was, they were following the ambulance and the police service in Blackpool. And this store here featured quite heavily because you saw people, locals, going to the cash machine in the dressing gowns. This cash machine on the corner is probably the most popular cash machine along here. But anyway, we're going to carry on. That's number 13. We're looking down Chapel Street there towards the promenade. I can just about see the big wheel on the promenade. That's the King Edward pub over there. Loads of buses down here, by the way. So many buses. It's a popular bus route, but we're going to carry on. How many more can we see? Well, we've got this one here. Buy low, bargain. I don't think this one counts because it doesn't look to be open. So I won't count that one. What do you reckon? No, it doesn't look like it's up to much, that one. We'll carry on. I forgot to say that we're in Beer Monster territory here now, alright. You see that place there, the Cigarette Waste Art Gallery? This is where you get them sitting on the steps. They hang around here. The local beer monsters. So that's that shop there, Buy Low. It's not open, that one. This one is though. Yeah, I saw that one open the other day. Polish food store, that was open. So that's 14. We're now up to 14 as I reach the King Edward pub. Let's have a little look at this, shall we? Grand building, isn't it? Look at that. It's supposed to be being sort of redeveloped as part of a long-term scheme to. Well, they really want to bulldoze a lot of this, don't they? You know, I mean, just look at this here now. Look at it, look. It's not pretty, is it? But anyway, we have doubled the Turkish barbers and we're not even finished yet. We're up to 14 central beds. Revel Bar and Bistro. Interesting, is that a new place it's opening? I'm sure that was further down the road, that. Yeah, this section here is actually pretty bad, actually, this bit here, look. This is probably the worst part. It's pretty rough along this section here. But we're not finished yet, we're up to 14. Got another bus. So many buses, but just look at this, folks. Terrible, isn't it? And you know, if you think back to the olden days, when the railway station used to come in here, Central Station used to bring visitors in, thousands, by the thousands, or by the millions, should I say. Not anymore. What have we got here? We've got the Harlequin Cafe. Fresh sandwiches, all day breakfast. I wonder when the last time they did fresh sandwiches and an all-day breakfast in here. I'd say it looks like a long time ago, but we'll carry on. Oh, we're going to go past this Stavonia fish and chips restaurant. Look at that there. That's been here for years. Years, this place. Established 1919. Wow. I've just nipped across the road to show you the old police station over there, which is set to be demolished. Just here we've got a massive multi-storey car park which was completed just last year as I'm filming this video. And there, just here to the left, was where the joke shop used to be, Drummer's House of Jokes. So we're looking back on where I just came from, down that way there. And there's the Savonia over there. And I have mentioned before, that was where the A6 murderer, James Hanratty, was caught by police after going on the run. Yeah, most wanted man in Britain at the time, about 1961. Yeah, he was captured by police in there. And he was one of the last people in this country to be hung. Yeah, so here's a little look at this section here. I don't see a convenience store in this section. So we do have one just over here. This is the Cost Cutter. So this is one of the 3 big chains of convenience stores. This one here. So we're now up to 15. This road here is called Hornby Road, and that pretty much takes you, well, it sort of leads towards Stanley Park, you know, the big park of Blackpool, but not quite. It's quite a long road. I just want to show you here. So we've got the Central Coach Station. This is the Central Coach Station, and yeah, it's I think it's in better days really, but you just got to imagine, haven't you, when the railway used to come into here and you could get off the train, the steam train, and there's the Blackpool Tower there, right? Because the station used to be just up here. You see where this arcade is up here, the Coral Island, that's where the station was, and the trains would roll in here, and oh, people would get out and they'd be all excited, you're coming to Blackpool. But that was back then, and this is now. Not quite the same. Welcome to Blackpool, Central Coach Station. Porter cabin. Oh well, people still come. Just over here we've got the Castle Pub, very popular pub here in Blackpool. If you're into football, that's a good pub to go to. Are we finished? 4 convenience stores. Well, let's have a little look, shall we? I think we could we could have our total. I'm not sure if there are any more. You see that subway over there? I remember when that was once one of those black bag sales. You can actually watch it on YouTube. Roger Cook, he exposed the people running it. They did a black bag sale in there. I must be going right back to the early 90s. Yeah, I'll put a link to it in the description if I can find it, but it is on YouTube. Look up Black Bag Sales Blackpool, just in case I don't do it. Mickey Finn's, the Palmer Cafe, apparently in the same family since the 70s. So we've got some quite long running establishments, but I'm going to carry on to the end. We're now, well, look at that now. We're almost at Blackpool Tower, aren't we? Oh, hang on a second, I think we've got one more. I think this one is not open at the moment, but I'm going to count this one, folks. Booze and News, because I have seen this one open. It's not open at the moment, but this one is. Oh, what are we up to? Yeah, so I'm going to count this one here. News and Booze as our 16th convenience store along this half-mile stretch of Central Drive, and I've pretty much come to the end now. It now goes around the corner over there and becomes Albert Road. Yeah, so how about that? 16 convenience stores on just a half-mile stretch of a road. Let me know how many convenience stores there are in your town. Is that too many? Well, it's a lot, isn't it? You have to wonder how on earth we managed in the olden days when we didn't have all these convenience stores. So let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you stayed with me to the end. We got up to 16. I hope I was counting right, because it was getting a bit difficult there. I had to go back on myself as well, there was so many. But I'm going to leave it there now. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.